Some seasons are supposed to bring warmth, but this one only reminds you how careful you've learned to be. Standing in a quiet town, feeling the world move around you, you try not to feel it all. That's the tension Spring Fever sets up in its trailer. It's not about falling in love. It's about whether you can even let yourself feel again. Before we dive deeper, let's set the stage. Spring Fever premieres in January 2026, airing on TVN in Korea and streaming internationally on Prime Video. It stars on Bo-hyun and Lee Joo-bin, with Cha Seo-won, Cho Jun-young, and Lee Jae-in rounding out the cast. Now, let's talk about what the trailer is really showing. On the surface, it looks like a rom-com, a quiet town, a guarded woman, and a man who arrives like a disruption. But the trailer isn't about chemistry or cute setups. It's about resistance, the cost of keeping your heart closed even when life pushes you to feel. Before we focus on him, let's focus on her. Lee Joo-bin's Bom isn't cold in the usual sense. She's careful. You notice it in her pauses, the way she hesitates before answering, and how her eyes linger just a second too long before looking away. These aren't quirks, they're survival habits. For her, spring isn't renewal. It's fatigue, a season she endures rather than welcomes. Now, let's talk about him. On Bo-hyun's Jae-gyu isn't loud or flashy. He just exists naturally in her space, like warmth that doesn't ask permission. In one small but telling moment, he asks, "Why? Are you afraid you might fall for me?" It isn't flirtation, it's exposure. He's asking if she's afraid of what feeling could undo. Trailer quietly builds its emotional core around that line. Before we move to visuals, notice the restraint. Spring Fever resists typical rom-com gloss. The town of Sinsu is muted, almost still. Wide shots leave space between people. Colors are soft, slightly washed out, like the world itself is waiting for change. Even when others are around, the framing keeps Balm alone, showing her distance is internal, not situational. Now, let's briefly touch on the potential love triangle. Cha Seo-won's composed, dependable presence isn't about rivalry. It's about choice versus comfort, safety versus risk, the person who fits neatly into her guarded life versus the one who threatens to undo it. Before wrapping up, notice what the trailer doesn't do. No grand romantic declarations. No fast-cut montages selling destiny. Instead, we get held breaths, almost touches, and silences louder than dialogue. It trusts the viewer to notice what's unspoken. That subtlety is rare and captivating. Finally, the takeaway. When the trailer ends, it doesn't leave you excited. It leaves you unsettled, with one lingering question. If you've built your life around not feeling too much, what happens when someone makes that impossible? That's the quiet tension Spring Fever seems most interested in exploring. Not the rush of love, but the fear of finally letting it begin. If you enjoyed this review, make sure to subscribe to Drama Bank for more insightful K-drama trailer analysis and reviews.